Hey, before we begin, we're doing something new. We're giving shout outs to patrons that are on the 5 or higher tiers. We're grateful for every patron that we've received so far and everyone in the future as well. But today's shout out is just one patron, and it's Patrick T. Arsenal. Thank you so much for believing in what we do and enjoying what we do and wanting to help support us like that. We're so grateful that people are out there that want to help support us. And of course, for anybody else out there that would like to support us, head on over to our Patreon. We do have three tiers currently at the time I'm recording this. $1, $5, and $10 tiers. And of course, for your support, we want to give something, a little something back, including these shout outs. But we also have things like ad-free episodes, bonus content episodes. So definitely go check it out. And now, on to Morons. It's September, right?
This is September.
I think so.
Or as some have donned it, Simptember.
Oh.
I thought it was no September.
Yeah, no simp.
It's whatever. You can make up anything and someone's going to believe one part of it.
I barely know what month it is anymore.
Yeah, right.
When September ends.
All I know is I don't care what month it is now. October draws ever closer.
I mean, does anybody really know what time it is?
Hold on, let me check time.is.
It's howdy doody
117.
Yeah, 117, 38, 39, 40, 41.
Okay.
It's time to do.
Well, see, whenever this episode is releasing, October's only 2 days away.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Hello, future.
Get it? Hell. Oh.
Ah.
All right,
Welcome to Microphones and Morons September edition.
September 2020 edition.
Yeah.
We got to start
September
adding the year at
2020.
some point.
It's
I add the year in the title.
From our previous recordings, it's probably very apparent what year it is.
Well, here we are,
1973.
September 2022. COVID is still running rampant.
Covamania running wild.
80% of the population is gone.
Finally. I'd saying I could
They've
drive.
all become
I could go
roving
to.
They all got
monsters.
left behind in
Left
the other
behind.
world.
Yeah. I could finally get a sandwich in downtown and come back at a decent time.
Oh.
Boy, that's a fantasy.
Yeah, right?
Although I am conveniently located to the best fried chicken in Charlotte, so that is nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so season 2 started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it did.
And we're apparently in another dimension. It's a good time.
Another
Didn't really see that one
universe.
coming.
Is it? I don't think it's a good time. It's a good time for the listener, 100%.
Exactly. The listeners are having a good time.
Not so much us.
I mean,
See-
but is it really another dimension?
I don't know. That's
It's not another dimension. It's definitely another universe.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, same difference. Well, no,
Now,
I
you're
guess
still
it's
in the
not.
same dimension.
Like going to another dimension implies that you're on like a higher level of existence that kind of supersedes the 4 dimensions that we live in.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we're in the same dimension, different universe.
Have we found any Cronenberg monsters yet?
Well, do the moon beast count from season 1?
Does Victor count?
Only when he tries to transform.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Just imagine Victor looking like a blob going, "Help me."
Huh.
The raps are going to turn into that thing from Total Recall in that guy's chest that I can't remember his name.
Oh, you mean Guado?
Oh,
Yeah,
Guado.
there you go. Guado.
Oh.
It reminds me of the dumb throwaway bit in Metalocalypse where they're trying to do comedy. He just tapes like this weird, nasty fetus to his stomach. He's like, "You guys meet my new best friend, me Quado." He just lifts up his shirt. It's horrible.
Yeah. Death comedy.
So I was really worried going into season 2, doing the transition, because I was changing it from that whole like noir kind of mystery setting, and then just throwing you into total chaos. I was afraid that y'all wouldn't enjoy it as much as you were the first season. I also was a little worried that the listeners wouldn't enjoy it, but I mean, I had this, like, I have a big, huge plan. Like, I've talked about it many times. So this is just one transition, and I don't know. I think the response has been really good.
Next time we're going into like a Care Bears world.
or sci-fi is what I was banking on.
I mean, sci-fi. There's already like, well, I guess it's been more fantasy than sci-fi.
There has been sci-fi though, because I mean, a lot of it is magical technology.
Yeah, like the
based, and
lightning gun.
even some
I mean,
that's alien technology.
Yeah,
actually,
that's fair. Like, science fiction doesn't necessarily have to be futuristic.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I guess what I was meaning was like straight up nowhere in space kind of thing.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I was just like,
You're just in space.
and they board a rocket, and then they went up through the atmosphere, and now they're in this new place.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Guess we'll see. I have mentioned before that was my original campaign idea was actually space sci-fi,
Which
for Microphones and Monsters.
weird kind of
I've been down
side
for
note.
this.
It's kind of what they did with Pathfinder and Starfinder.
Starfinder, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Starfinder is literally just the far future of Pathfinder, and everybody started traveling through space now.
I still don't like those spaceship controls, but the game's pretty fun.
The spaceship combat really leaves a lot to be desired.
Yup.
Well, technically, we had some space stuff because Baby started on the space station.
I mean, yes, but it wasn't our space stuff.
It wasn't our universe,
Yeah.
but technically,
We've had a little bit of space stuff. Yeah.
just a little bit.
With the demon baby.
Wait,
Yes.
does that mean that Baby is Joel from Mystery Science Theater?
I would
No.
also point out that built into the Dreamlands cats is some space stuff.
Sure,
Oh,
yes.
yeah, Neptunian
Very true.
cats and all that stuff, Martian cats.
Biker
Those
mates
cats
from
were
Mars.
traveling through space to get here, or to get to where you were.
In fact, and it hasn't really come up too much except for kind of tangentially with Ulthar, but in the Dreamlands, cats also innately have the ability to like jump to the moon.
Fly me to the moon.
Jump to the moon.
Yeah. Dreamlands cats can travel through space.
God,
In the Dreamlands.
Yeah, in the Dreamlands. Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait for that patch to finally come and nerf them. It's really getting out of control.
But if they wake up, they wake up where their body is. Like it's not like a permanent travel unless
Well,
they go there physically. But still,
It depends on the method of travel.
yeah. Whether it's dream or physical.
Yeah.
So yeah, we introduced Atticus in episode 54. He even asked if he could chime in with Peanut Gallery stuff, and didn't say anything until like episode 56, whenever he came in.
He just wanted
was
to know
just-
that he could.
He was just listening very intently, and I do not blame him considering the events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, like, this was his first time like really playing. I think he said he had played one time before in his life. But he wasn't exactly 100% comfortable. Like I was kind of I ran him the day before, just doing his character sheet and all that kind of stuff, or maybe it was a few days before, and like, I don't know. I helped get him comfortable to play.
Yeah,
but I think he did an amazing job.
Yeah, once his character got introduced, he was in there. So,
and it's one of those things that I think D&D tends to be really scary for a lot of people, like the uninitiated. They kind of look at it and just kind of get overwhelmed with like everything that's there and like how much there would be supposedly to learn and everything. But in all honesty, you don't have to know much of anything.
Nope.
No, you don't. I still don't know anything.
I still don't know
how
that
my
much.
character works.
Like it's
and I
kind
know
of
the
like
basic mechanics. That's it. That's about it.
It's kind of like the home game version of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Everything's made up and the points don't matter.
Yep.
Except for the HP.
Yeah, except for the HP rolls. Those 100% matter.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, we did like we got a level 7 right at the beginning. That's one of the first things we did is we leveled up.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of things that we got, immediately went into, like use. Like Julian's flash of genius thing where he can add to other people's rolls.
That is hella useful, and I will be using it forever now.
Yeah. And of course the wrappings as a weapon that showed up in these episodes.
Yeah. The whole design of that with the wrappings was designed like I've had it planned the whole time that it was going to level up with you. Maybe not necessarily every level something changes, but it will level up with you. And this was the first bit of that.
Yeah. And I let's see. Yeah, and like I was trying to come up with interesting ways to have them be used. And so like with the open the trench coat for slashing, like coming off the body, flipping around. And the more straightforward shooting straight off the arm and doing the stabby stab.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it at the time, but it's a little bit like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Just this stuff shoots out.
Get over here.
Now I might have to use that. Now I might have to get over here someone with the rest. I don't know how that would work.
What money do I have to send you to do that every time?
I don't know if Adam's going to go for that and allow Victor to become a Scorpion.
But do it.
They don't have that ability, or at least not right now. They don't. So.
I would give you money, but you have to do it as Victor trying to impersonate Scorpion.
I don't even know if I can do that without laughing. Oh gosh, that would be, Nope, I can't do it. I wouldn't be able to pull it off right now. I would just laugh in the middle of it.
Sorry, Billie Jean's using the garage. I don't know if that's picking up on the microphone.
I didn't hear it.
Oh, okay, cool.
How dare she use
the house?
How dare she use the door?
She's been working all morning, so she can do whatever she wants.
Yeah. But yeah. But we had the level up and then Alistair got to speak with Tanasha after the cliffhanger. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I wasn't involved in that part.
I
got to drop a little stuff on Alistair to confuse him.
Yeah, and then for him to not pass any of that along. Although this was more intentional than when Victor doesn't pass things along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time Victor finds something out, there's something really important happening. Distracting.
Oh, yeah, right. I found out this thing.
Victor got chained to a hot kitchen wall and being forced to cook for assassins, or at least the other Victor was. I guess at this point Victor didn't know that he was he took another victor's place. So it's really
No.
weird just waking up, chained to a wall. Person already knows you. They're like, "Hey, why aren't you cooking? You're going to get beat up."
Now, if you woke up and you're chained to a wall, but would you be human? Would you be like, okay, well, it's not so bad?
Probably more confused than anything. Like, when did I transform into a human?
I've never been able to do that before.
Yes, he has.
And
He turned
and
into
I-
a human when he was talking to the sheriff back in season 1.
Okay,
it's
fair.
been
And
that
almost
long?
ruined everything.
Yeah, how about that? How about that cliffhanger where I'm trying to kill Julian
Yeah.
because
That's always a good
got
time.
inside the mech?
Cliffhanger.
It really seemed more like Max was trying to kill Julian.
Yeah,
Adam, is there a theme this season?
maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
The theme is every episode must be a cliffhanger.
Oh, well, there hasn't been a cliffhanger every episode, but usually there is.
They've been good cuts, though.
Yeah. But like the theme of killing Julian this season, it's not intentional. It's totally based on his actions and like his choices on what he's doing and everything, and that's why he gets targeted.
Damn
He
it.
buys
Secretly
this stuff.
self-destructive. No pun intended.
I don't think I'm
But no, I-
self-destructive. I think
I
I'm
knew
just
that you
idiot.
would want to get in that suit.
Oh yeah.
So I set up a trap for you.
Oh yeah,
I'm
it's all because of his actions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to get in the
Even
suit.
even if those actions are exactly what he would do anyway.
Yeah.
I think I set up a trap is the theme.
Yeah.
Show.
I set up a trap.
Set up traps for the characters that they're going to walk into because that's just the way they are.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I can't get it with basements anymore because they're too wise to that. So I got to find new ways to trap.
So why do you think I wanted to know so much on the motivations of your character?
I could kill you. It was a trick. You have been rused, sir.
Well, technically,
What kind of carrot should I dangle in front of you to
Yeah.
get you to walk into a trap?
yeah, it's lots of traps. Lots of traps.
I'm gonna say though, if I find a
There-
plate of potato wedges with no one else around it, I'm gonna be very fucking suspicious from now on.
Just a glass of whiskey and
Yeah.
potato wedges.
just not a soul to be found. Very suspect.
Oh man. So the green-eyed cat is definitely a bigger thing.
Oh, he grew?
No, I mean he's
I
there
know.
with Alistair all the time.
I know.
Not Tanasha. I was going to say Tanasha, the big green cat, instead of Clifford, the big red dog.
Big green cat.
Tanasha, the big pink cat.
Big pink
The
cat,
big pink
yeah.
cat.
Yeah, Tanasha turned into a main character.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
ish, yeah.
Tanasha
Fury.
got a bigger role in this season.
Yeah, we had to cut a deal with the voice actor, so they got some more money.
Yeah. I wish.
Fan favorites,
Well,
verse bar,
Well, I mean,
and Tanasha
that's kind of,
returned.
to be fair, that's kind of accurate considering recent events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is kind of, yeah.
Yeah, Microphones and Monsters is a business now.
We're now a business.
Do what now?
It just seems so weird.
We're now a business. I can finally quit my job and live in 100% destitute.
Yeah.
Finally quit your job and starve.
Oh man, I can
everything
finally
I
be one
wanted.
of those starving artists I've heard about.
Yeah.
It's so, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should eat as an artist. I feel like starving artists are just, very cliche.
Yeah, well-fed artist. We'll start a new cliche.
New
Yeah.
cliche.
The well-fed artist.
Yeah, so I started giving hints to Julian that he's not the same Julian. But
Yeah, obviously he doesn't have a beard.
I don't have a beard, and I was actually very upset that you made a better version of my character. What would make this character better? Give it a beard. Damn.
Julian. Well, I was thinking, like, what would a Julian that, like, embraced his heritage, embraced, like, himself just as himself,
doesn't wear
and
a
everything.
mask all the time.
A Julian that doesn't hate himself and everything that he is.
A Julian that's
What would that
not
Julian look like?
self-destructive.
I don't hate everything that I am. I have a lightning gun. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing he likes best about himself is not himself.
It's not myself. Yeah. It just happens to
and
be part of me.
apparently the other Julian has, like, this. He was so obsessed with technology and everything that's what he focused on and made the mech suit that you in turn were, like, fixated on as well. So there's definitely some similarities between the two Julians. Just one is more laid back and embraces everything, like technology, and then you got your own thing going on.
I went to medical school, and he went into
Starting to get into some, like,
he went to a technical college, and it took off for him.
starting to get into some, like, deep running implications of minor changes in characters.
Mm-hmm. Verse-bar is completely different than the other.
Who?
Yeah, who?
Yeah.
Completely than the other one that got left behind.
The Gerbo alarm.
The Gerbo one.
Oh,
I said the Gerbo
mean-
alarm.
Oh, the
Actually-
Gerbo. Okay.
Now that I think about it, like, the main difference between the two Alistairs obviously is one's dead, but I kind of wonder, like, what's the major change with Victor? Like, how is this world's Victor different?
Victor was human.
He was a
We'll
sadder
probably
sack
never
than-
know.
He was,
He was more
we
pathetic
actually
than my Victor.
we actually have the good successful Victor.
That Victor hated cooking and was forced to do it because he was good at it.
No, he was,
I mean, just the way I look at it, and I don't know the secrets behind Adam's brain, but the way I look at it is that Victor was more or less probably the same, hiding, living by himself, kept to the sewers and shadows,
Unless-
and then but then got found out and what he could do, and someone got him.
What if
That's how I see it.
What if the difference with this Victor is actually the same as the difference with the Julian? Like, he was actually accepting of who he was.
He had a big bushy beard.
Yeah, he had a big bushy beard. And he was
I think
accepting
if
of
he accepted who he was, then he wouldn't have been chained
so
to a wall.
the cooking wasn't to make things taste like cooked food, but it was actually to make things taste more putrid.
Maybe.
I think your alternate Victor would have mutton chops.
patchy mutton chops.
Yeah, patchy mutton chops.
So we've got a beard, mutton chops. So does alternate Alistair, or did alternate Alistair have, like, a mustache?
It's like you know how you've seen the cats that have the weird fur that makes them look like they have a mustache or like a bow tie. Yeah, it's that. Except it's just a miscolored twirling mustache on the nose.
Obviously, facial hair is
just
the main difference with this universe.
If
Little-
Futurama
Verse-bar has a
told
full
me
beard.
anything, yes, if Futurama has told me anything, mustache and facial features denote the evil version of your character.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I'm surprised Evangeline
except
didn't
for
have a
Bender.
big bushy beard.
Bender's different.
Evangeline didn't have any additional facial hair, though. At least that we know of. I mean, I guess our Alistair's Evangeline could have, had a long flowing beard.
It's true.
I mean, it could be true. For all we've talked about it.
The only one with facial hair so far is Julian.
So far.
He had facial hair.
Not anymore.
Yeah, he had it.
Gotta have to face to have facial hair.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah.
shaved out of existence.
Yeah. Victor saved Julian.
Woo! Go Victor.
That's a running theme. More on that later.
Alistair came across Evangeline. We've already dropped that name a couple times, which if you're listening to this, you already listened to the episode.
You should have, yes.
But I just jumped into this. I don't know who Evangeline is.
So I
This is the
left
first
that. That was
episode
a
I've listened
long.
to.
That was a pretty long cliffhanger from Evangeline revealing her face to Alistair, and
Yeah. It's like a half an episode plus like a
a
week.
half an episode, and
Or,
then,
well, a
and
half a
then
week.
waiting for the next episode. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes,
yeah,
I did
was
that
writing up our
intentionally.
summaries, and I was and I had this like scrub back through, and I'm like, wait, is the rest of this Julian and Victor?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
This
it
is
is.
Victor's a hero. The end.
So that
Stop the
cliffhanger.
series there.
That was a double cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Because that's when the tower exploded, and
Oh
you're
yeah.
like, maybe we shouldn't go into portals, and you're like, what?
What are you talking about?
Which was great, by the way.
Get in,
Yeah, I love that.
Get in,
that was
loser. We're getting in the portal.
that was a perfect cliffhanger. Like from episode like cliffhanger. Julian's about to self-destruct in this mech, and then next episode, like he's saved by Victor, and they dive, and the door goes flying into the wall, and it's just maybe we shouldn't go into portals. What?
It was a very loud noise.
But yeah, with us just playing though, like doing that, like y'all say shit like that, and I'm like, all right, we're cutting to the next. Like we're cutting it there. Like none of
Time
the,
for an exposition dump.
I do not plan ahead of time like cliffhangers other than like the season finale cliffhanger or something like that, or the
what
end
are
of
you
a
saying?
session cliffhanger.
We're the ones to blame. We've been creating the cliffhangers all along.
Well,
We're the
I
mattress of our
stop you
destiny.
and move to the next thing because I immediately see it as an awesome cliffhanger, whether it's in the middle of the episode or at the end. So, cliffhanger till the next episode.
So you're hedging your bets and just cutting every scene at a cliffhanger.
No, that's not the case
not
all the
every
time.
scene. No, there was a lot of back and forth towards the end.
There
of this,
really were.
This
There
month's
really were.
episodes. Like I said, I was writing the summaries
especially
for,
when we
for
were
us.
in like in turns, like in initiative. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it was kind of forced, like back and forth.
Yeah, yeah, because it was 3 episodes of combat.
Somewhere around there, something around that range.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started the combat in 57 and it ends in 59 whenever. No, it ends in
No.
episode 60.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Ah, maybe it doesn't.
In
Wow.
case anyone was confused, because
Maybe we
episode
just keep
59
fighting
just
forever.
ended.
Maybe there's no end.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, no, that combat lasted a while because it went back and forth between the Gug and the Night Gaunt stuff, and then the Night Gaunt was gone, and then they're running inside, so it was all over the place.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
a tough
but it
son
was-
of a bitch to bring down.
Yeah. But it was a constant like story driven narrative like going on the whole time, especially cutting from group to group. With that, like there was stuff always going on to drive the story forward. So I don't mind long combats like that whenever it serves a purpose and like
And especially early
Like
on,
that.
it kind of broke things up a little bit because like myself, well, Alistair and Baby were not actually in combat. So it kind of gave it a little bit of a like kind of breakup of what's going on. It's not just combat.
The cuts make me think of the old fun cheesy cuts from the Super Friends.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, Alistair and Baby. Yes. Speed towards the Legion of Doom Tower.
And then it cuts back to the. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Will Julian and Victor defeat the Gug?
I think I even like in the episode description, I was like, "Will Alistair and Baby get there in time to save Victor and Julian? Find out next week." Or something.
Meanwhile, back in the basement of Evangeline's.
I'm sad.
The combat was a lot of fun this time.
Because Harry would say.
And you got to do some fun stuff, like Stunning Fist.
And drugs.
Yeah, you got to do Stunning Fist finally.
It was Stunning Strike.
Stunning
I'm sorry.
Strike.
I'm sorry, it's not called Stunning Fist anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's specifically a melee weapon attack.
Okay.
And so, but yeah, I got to do that, and Victor got to kick him. That was fun.
Yeah.
Right
I've been telling you, you could do more than claws and biting.
I'm working on it. Victor's exploring combat options. When in doubt, do what you know.
And I gave you more combat options, and I thought that was really cool. We already talked about that a little bit with the wraps on how you use those.
Yeah, it's opened up a lot more options, allowed me to be a little bit more varied than okay, I'm gonna kick or I'm gonna bite and I'm gonna claw and I'm gonna do that. Like now there's multiple different things that I can do. I mean, that happens when you level up anyway, but
yeah,
it's encouraging me to try to be a little bit more creative with what I'm doing, because I mean I'm still just the punchy kicky guy.
I'll tell you what doesn't work in these scenarios is diplomacy.
You never know. Diplomacy might work.
Hey, I think that led to a pretty funny moment there.
Oh, it did. But
Yeah,
I was just like,
it
all
did.
right, we could. Like, I'm gonna sit him down for a nap. Okay, that's not gonna work. All right, so let me see if I can feed him. All right, that's not gonna work. I'll try talking to him. That doesn't work. Negotiations have failed. Lightning gun.
Yeah. Well, at least we tried.
We did.
Yeah.
I tried more than I've ever tried before in anything.
Like you firmly established yourselves as not murder hobos.
yes,
Exactly.
you did.
And then just we were just murders at that point.
There's nothing hobo about you.
Nope.
And Julian got to do more varied attack as well. He tried the little acid thingy. Didn't work, but he tried it.
I tried it.
It was dark.
Tried to use one of the
so-
sleeping potions.
I did. It also did not work.
You used it on a creature that was at full HP.
I didn't
and sleep is based off of
I didn't
HP.
realize I did not realize the grandeur of that ability until the name of the creature was kind of slipped up, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh yeah.
I don't think a lot of this is gonna work now.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
we got
meta,
it
you
down.
knew what it was, but in game you were definitely still terrified
because I looked up the wrong stats for it because I was metagaming a little bit, guys. Sorry.
And meanwhile, like Alistair is the epitome of varied combat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Sometimes he does 15 damage. Sometimes
Zap.
he does 10.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Zap.
he does 20 something. I don't know how much
Yeah.
damage he do, but
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
so Baby came in as well.
Oh yeah.
Like a wrecking ball.
And Alistair.
which is obviously the best pair up ever.
Of course.
Yeah.
100%.
Like I think that's probably the best iteration of how that could have gone.
Yeah. And Baby was definitely getting tired of Alistair.
That's okay.
In a
Alistair
way,
started
it seemed
tired of
like that.
Baby.
Yeah. but it was funny. I thought it played out really well. You're just like, well, go. Yeah, you don't have to come. Like,
You don't have to
do
stick
whatever
around.
you want.
It's like,
And he's like, all right,
whatever.
then we'll find them, baby, out.
It's like, I don't think there's ever been as much concentrated apathy as when those two characters are in the same room.
It's all right, bitch. Peace.
No, I thought Atticus did a really good job taking his character from his show, bringing it into ours. We got to homebrew a clash or a character sheet for him, and created a baby demon race.
Baby demon.
I just can't wait until now that race is official, that like we walk into a shop and there's just a baby demon running the shop. It's just a baby demon running a shop, you know.
That'd be pretty cool.
Selling like, you know, turkey legs or something like at the Renaissance Fair.
Chunks of meat. Old meat.
Yeah.
Old meat.
Selling
This is
old
some
meat.
good stuff.
But Alistair carrying him, Baby was a popular hit with the listeners too, from the responses and everything.
I mean, it worked so well. It really did. Like,
And it was also so far out of left field compared to everything that's been going on before. It's just like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
And that's pretty difficult to do on this show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit with my motivation behind this season, or at least like throwing y'all into chaos, basically, was shit. What's the name of it?
You don't like us.
No. It was Weird Mageddon
on Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls. Yeah,
Yeah.
The whole Weird Mageddon for the last 2 episodes or whatever.
3.
That the last 3 episodes.
Big old
Yeah,
3-parter.
yeah. The whole Weird Mageddon thing, like that was kind of my inspiration behind this world. So expect some crazy shit.
Well, if that is an indication,
Yeah.
Listeners, you haven't gotten that far, but he in fact delivers.
I don't know what we're talking about.
That's okay.
you should watch Gravity Falls.
Yeah,
And
it's good.
that goes
Yeah.
for anybody who hasn't watched it, and probably anybody who has to. Go watch Gravity Falls.
Do it.
Yeah.
It is.
I think I've watched it like 3 times.
It is an absolutely great show that, while it is somewhat brief, it kind of works in its favor because it ends on a high note and never gets stale or old.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was their intention the whole time too. So
Oh yeah, like it actually comes to closure. It's not just like, oh well, it got canceled and so we got to wrap up really quick.
No.
Like it was actually a planned ending. And you don't
That's
see many
always
of those
good.
these days.
we'll have to bring this up later, but we got people on Cast Junkie that are asking for baby text tones.
Yeah.
And speaking
Oh.
of text tones.
Yeah. I feel like I heard one just now.
Yeah.
No, it's a figment of your imagination, my friend.
And yeah, because Corey said, you know what would make a great text tone? Baby going, wee. And that was a cliffhanger. And I loved ending the episode there. It's like, who are we going to save?
What do they do?
Not much of anything. Oh, okay. Wee.
Okay.
My exact response was, that's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good.
I save Julian. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Well, and it just kind of implies that Alistair doesn't necessarily think, oh, well, they don't do anything. It's more, Alistair just doesn't really pay them enough attention to even notice.
It's true.
Yeah.
You're, in fact, a rotten bastard.
I mean, pretty standard cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty run-of-mill for a cat.
And people are loving it. People are loving Alistair's sassiness.
Hey, it's a lot of fun to play, too.
Yeah.
Stop encouraging him. It hurts my feeling.
That's okay. That's what my job's for.
I know.
Alistair saying, "Aw, baby's first combat." Or Richard said that. I don't know.
I don't think I necessarily said it as Alistair, but
I want that
Yeah.
dumb photo effect where you take a picture and it goes to the Polaroid and it says "Precious Memories" as the book closes on it.
yeah.
You owe me a suit,
But yeah,
by the way.
I kept shooting. Oh, I owe you a
You
suit,
owe me a suit, by the way,
a mech suit.
because it was tempted twice and I was denied twice.
Tempted twice.
Well, okay, the second time wasn't as much of a temptation as the first one.
But don't you know he shall deny you 3 times?
Damn it!
Yeah. Like he was tempted at the beginning.
Wait, are you,
and got in it, and then he was like, "Ooh, maybe if I'm Dalton, I can do it."
Oh,
wait. So does that
He wanted to get back into the suit.
make
That
me
did stay in.
Judas?
do what now?
Richard, does that make me Judas?
Maybe.
I don't like that insinuation. Anyway, you were saying?
I don't remember.
Oh no, it was Stephen was talking about jumping back into the suit as Dalton.
Yeah, that detour that never happened.
Yeah.
I figured
It
it
was
was
like,
worth a
you're
shot.
on the other side of the room. The countdown's
There's
at 15
15
seconds.
It was
And he's
really
already
short.
pretty generous with the countdown.
So it
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
it was very weird because the second countdown was 60 seconds and the first countdown was 15 seconds. So I'm just like, what did I do to piss off the first suit so bad?
No,
It was 60 seconds, and then while you were trying to open the door, or like I knock and everything, it counted down 45 more seconds. So at that
Yeah.
point,
Yeah.
you were like, "I'm gonna go get back in the suit,"
Okay.
and Adam said, "No, there's 15 seconds left, and you're on the other side
Whoa.
of the room."
I just let him know that information because I did point it out before.
Yeah.
I did say like it's on the door is on the opposite side of the room
Yeah.
from the suit,
And the
and I
initial,
made sure you knew that before you made that decision, like final.
And the
yes.
initial cliffhanger even said like self-destruct in 60 seconds.
Well, I'm hearing all of the logical statements that you're saying. My counter argument is mech suit,
Yeah.
and that is why decisions are made.
None of this really negates the fact that he needs a mech suit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If it was real life and there was a mech suit, I'd think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Mech suit just lands in your yard.
Yeah, I'd just be like, you know what? I can see if I could try to get in there. Yeah, it
Yeah.
just like destroyed everything around me, but something about it though.
It'd be worth trying.
It'd be worth trying.
Like, hey, maybe it'll be like the last Starfighter kind of situation.
Ooh, good pull. Good pull.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Let's
it's
see, what
not a
else do we
fun
got?
movie. All the stuff that just no, I take that back. All the stuff that just happened would be a fantastic movie. Just being in it would not be great.
Yeah.
Having it happen to you, not great. Watching it happen to others, awesome.
I can't remember where did the doorman.
The doorman was at the beginning.
No, but where
of
did-
episode
but-
59?
But where did
Yeah.
that part come from?
That Alistair shot the night gaunt that was trying to get away dead with a laser and knocked it into the front door of the tower.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm trying
it
to-
was like, "I'm gonna fly away until next time," and Alistair was like, "No." And then zap.
It's like, are you still within
Yeah.
range?
Yep. He was still within range, and that just momentum plus you shoving him 20 feet. Like he just went straight for the door and just busted through it.
Yeah, and there was
Yeah,
some
that-
kind of comment around the time about like what the thing was, and some kind of other comment about like, I don't know, some kind of doorman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That ability for the pushback though is really good.
It's really good.
I'm having fun with it too. Like on my end of it, like it's just
Although if you
It's-
really want to get crazy, like something that I've contemplated doing is picking up another Eldritch Invocation. It's called Grasp of Hater, I think.
Oh yeah.
Which gives you the option of pulling things you hit with your Eldritch Blast towards you.
Oh, okay. So
That
you
doesn't
have
sound like
you have the
something
choice
Alistair
of
would
push
do.
or pull.
Right.
Alistair keeps everything bad as far away from himself as possible. It does
Right,
not sound like
but
an ability Alistair would focus
What
on.
it would
Well-
be good for is doing things like putting down the moonbeam or stuff and like being able to just fling things through it.
Forward, like push it or pull it into
I
it.
suppose that would work.
So what you're saying is you basically have access to an Eldritch tractor beam. Is essentially what I am hearing.
If you get that, if
I
you
get
decide
that,
to get that.
it's not a foregone conclusion that it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I may not.
So and Baby didn't actually go back to the basement, the sewers.
No, he followed him.
Yeah.
Baby rolled a godly stealth at 29. And then,
And essentially rode Alistair into the building.
And Alistair
Yeah.
basically was like, well, fine, I don't want to see you anyway.
yeah. And then catches up, and yeah, y'all start talking.
Tucka.
Like Baby reveals that he's still following you, and he's like, oh, what are we gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
And Alistair was still unimpressed.
So, all right, I'll just make this shit up as I go.
Oh, I guess you're still here. Okay.
There was some confusion on the Gug being still stuck in the wall.
It's a little
and,
bit
and
because
being out.
I was just not really paying enough attention, if I'm being honest.
Hey,
Oh, you weren't in the room.
that's fine.
Well,
And
it's because like
then I
heard the
I
part about
clarified
it
it,
being,
so.
being stuck, and I just wasn't paying enough attention to what was going on to really note like what was going on with the Gug after that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think, in fairness, the Gug was in that wall about 2 turns longer than he thought he would be. So
yeah.
True.
the Gug just thought he was going to pop back out after squishing himself and just start eating.
Yeah.
Oh,
But he
really
got stunned.
hungry.
Oh, yeah.
So
That worked
which
particularly well.
it worked very well. I wasn't sure if you would stun. I was just using the creature's mechanics to fight y'all, and yeah, that saved. I think that stun was very clutch because at the very end of episode 59, Julian gets smacked hard.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I do. I did not
Rather
appreciate
hard.
it.
Yeah, like one of the arms with both hands like went across his face or something.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And he pulled his tooth out, his false tooth.
I
Yeah.
remember that. That was fun.
cast invisible with your tooth. You reach through your the hole in your
It
cheek
was
and
literal
pulled out a
hole
tooth.
in my face, and I pulled it through the hole and then used that.
Like,
Julian's
there's somebody-
such a drama queen.
There's somebody out there that's listening to like that like that scares them more than anything else in the show. Is you reaching through your cheek and pulling that out.
It's like, oh, convenience. Okay.
I don't have to reach in my
Although-
mouth, open my jaw.
On
it's
the
already hurting. I don't want to like move it anymore.
On the note of Julian turning invisible, there was something that occurred to me as I was re-listening to everything.
Yes.
Mhm.
It doesn't have eyes. It was sensing you by sense of smell.
Was it?
No, the Gug has eyes. The Night Gaunt doesn't.
Yeah.
Thought
Yeah.
you-
The Gug has dark vision.
I thought you talked about the Gug also like sniffing around for them.
Yeah, he was sniffing too.
I think
like-
he was just sniffing for food wise.
Yeah, sniffing for food and everything too. So
Where does he keep his eyes if his head like splits
Or,
open
hold on.
into a sideways mouth?
In his armpits.
maybe he didn't have eyes. I gotta look to the book.
Who knows?
I don't know, but I stand by my rad action.
Yes.
I'm
was
I'm
actually
not
a
saying
pill to
it
make yourself
wasn't a good action. It just occurred to me while I was listening back, like, wait a second.
Maybe I was going to leave Victor
No,
there.
it does have dark vision. It does have eyes.
Okay.
But it also has keen smell. So I used that.
Yeah.
If you put a blindfold on him and put a can of Coke and a can of Pepsi in front of him, he knew which one was Pepsi and which one was Coke.
Oh man, that's keen.
That's power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like I would.
Just by smell or by taste?
I mean, he'd have a pretty good chance because he'd have advantage on the perception roll.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, to tell between Coke and Pepsi.
That's me, right?
Yeah, that's you.
I would
No.
have Steven.
Well, you have a keen smell for dead things. Yeah, don't
No,
you?
that's Victor.
That's what I meant, Victor.
Oh no.
I'm getting it's all confused. That all the characters are in my head.
all
Like
blending.
it's going crazy. Like,
I think it's very telling.
What,
that
Alistair's
Steven,
not
Max,
real?
and Richard
What?
are all characters in his head.
Alistair was never real.
Yeah, see, I don't know if you know this, but
This podcast is actually exclusively Adam.
it's just
None of us exist.
it's just Adam doing different voices for all of us.
He's very
Yeah.
good at them.
He's very good.
I'm really good at going back and forth, and even doing two voises at the same time.
time?
Sometimes
It's,
four.
It's
yeah,
quite
it's like that
amazing.
throat singing where
Yeah.
you can make two notes at once.
Time to start the Mongolian actual podcast with only throat singing.
Yeah. It was all scripted all along.
Maybe that's what we can do. We can have like a new Patreon tier. Like if enough people like subscribe to our Patreon, maybe we'll start doing like a Mongolian throat singing podcast.
Oh, I don't know how to do it.
No way. No way in
Well, the
hell.
podcast will be us learning.
Oh,
I
okay.
can like do that thing where you hum and whistle at the same time.
Yeah,
I've been
I
able
can-
to. I'm not necessarily
I
great at
could-
doing it on command.
I could barely gargle salt water to save my life. Okay, I'm not doing singing.
Anything else?
But I think that was it. I mean, we're only covering a couple.
was a very
episodes,
short-
so-
Yeah,
Short
it's a
month
short
on
month.
episodes.
but
It
there's
was,
a
it
reason
was.
for that.
Well, I mean, like we're not going to talk about the last Microphones and Morons month.
I mean,
episodes.
we could.
Yeah.
We could. Weren't those great episodes, guys?
I mean,
Yeah,
this
those-
is-
I
I'm
mean,
not
it
going to
was-
say they're
it was
bad
really good.
episodes.
We even had a really cool discussion of like what our characters would be in Star Trek.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what would our characters be in Star Wars?
Oh God.
Ooh.
What?
Now we're all
Manros
thinking,
would be Yoda.
Okay. All right.
I think
You
Victor
sold me.
automatically has to be Chewbacca.
That's not.
Yeah, we've
fair.
already. Oh man, yeah. Especially with something coming up
Alistair's
next month.
Chewbacca, the strong one that no one understands except people who really know him well.
Whoa,
Self-interested.
isn't that Victor? He's really strong. No one understands him.
Yes, yes, it is.
People
in
understand
fact.
what Victor's saying.
Sometimes.
I mean, really,
Except for when you have fingers in your mouth.
Yeah.
And you're
really,
like,
I
"That's not
think
a
a better
bird."
comparison for Alistair is actually R2D2. Except
Yes.
not as helpful.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Oh wait, does that make?
Yeah.
Especially
does
because no
that
one
make
knows what
Victor
you're saying.
3PO?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh.
but like he's got that kind of like R2D2 sass. Like and I would also point out that people close to R2 still understand him.
Yeah,
And Victor's
that is true.
Victor's apologizing all the time and talking when no one wants him to.
or he's talking and the other two are talking back and forth, completely
We're
drowning
doomed.
him out. Which, by the way, I guess we'll get into that. We we haven't had any of that yet. Okay, so yeah, there's more to come on Baby.
More to come
In
on
the,
baby.
the
Yeah, more
Yeah.
to come on, baby.
I don't
the
like that
baby is
phrase.
due.
We need to stop saying that phrase.
yeah.
The baby is due.
We're gonna deliver the baby episode soon enough.
Yeah, I put it down. You picked it back up, Steven.
Oh, but what about Julian?
For Star
Yeah.
Wars?
Yeah.
Whatever that weird droid was in the dungeon of Jabba's that was getting them all indoctrinated, it's me.
Yeah, because he's not Han Solo because he
Hell
doesn't have a
no.
heart of gold.
Hell no.
Well, yeah.
In case anyone was thinking that.
I do have a good blaster, though.
Does have a good blaster.
Yeah, he does have a good blaster.
Julian's like, no, that doesn't work either.
Yeah, no,
I don't
it's
Not suave enough to be Lando.
no, definitely not.
Other Julian is suave enough to be Lando.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. Lando with a beard.
I can't think of like a weird doctor character in Star Wars, at least in the original movies. I'm the
Yeah, I don't
interrogation droid that interrogates Carrie Fisher in the jail.
I mean,
Oh.
maybe maybe Julian's more like Boba Fett.
No, because Boba Fett's really cool.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was about to say
but
that. He's like Django Fett.
But Boba
you know
Fett. Hold on. Boba Fett is not actually cool, though. If you actually take him at face value,
Yeah.
he's actually a klutz, and everything basically fails for him.
Boba Fett
it
is
does.
cool in Empire. He is not cool in Jedi.
It's true.
Or Attack of the Clones.
I think I'm Grand Moff Tarkin. Yeah,
You're not eloquent enough to be Grand Moff Tarkin.
I'm Peter Cushing. I'm sticking by that one.
Okay.
Maybe Julian is actually Emperor Palpatine.
We'll have to find out because that's something you got to find out later. I get 2 lightning guns. Unlimited power.
Oh my God.
Oh, there we go.
You do have the lightning. That's better than a blaster.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot better than a blaster. More
And you
accurate,
have
too.
exploded ghouls with that lightning gun.
I have painted fools with this gun. I didn't really
Yeah.
do. I took literally almost all the lightning gun to bring down the Gug.
And I feel like Julian also gets his power from hate.
I don't know about hate. I would say spite.
Julian
Spite.
just wants to live forever. That's all.
Well, I don't know about. I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fair.
I mean, if Rise of Skywalker taught us nothing, it's that Palpatine was not against experimenting with cloning and ridiculous
Spoilers for that entire
body
movie.
augmentation to further extend his own life.
Yeah, it's true.
It's been more than 15 days. Spoilers aren't it?
It's super true. Like
I'm
it
not
is
worried about
15-day
spoiling anyone
spoiler
in that
well
movie.
past the spoiler range.
No.
15 days. 15 days is the spoiler rule.
Yeah.
Are you saying?
Or I guess it's 14 days, but I do 15.
Are you saying a movie can only be spoiled if it was fresh to begin with?
I think that they'll be fine. Although that reminds me of when I got spoiled on The Force Awakens. I avoided watching any trailers, anything. Like I saw bits and pieces. I knew there was I knew there was a stormtrooper that takes his helmet off, stuff like that. I knew that Kylo Ren was a thing with his lightsaber, but I didn't know anything about the plot or anything. And I waited about 2 weeks or so to watch it in the theater. And the day before I was planning to see it, I was sitting there watching a stream online of something. I don't even remember what it was, but it was a stream with a live chat. And I was only paying it 25% attention anyway. But as the stream flew by, I saw 5 words that just ruined the movie. And I'm just sitting there hardly paying attention, and all of a sudden flies up, at the speed of chat, Kylo Ren kills Han Solo. I was so mad.
So that was basically your Snape kills Dumbledore.
Exactly.
That was my least favorite thing about streaming on Twitch was if you were playing a game that had some kind of story, there was always going to be people coming in and they're like, "Oh, so and so dies."
Oh, thanks.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
spoilers, guys.
Yeah,
I didn't
I even
mean to
put
ruin
in
The
the
Force
title,
Awakens
hey,
for anyone.
no spoilers, please,
Well, see-
first playthrough.
See,
Yeah.
saying no spoilers is basically like saying please spoil this to a lot of these people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the
Don't be that guy.
Oh, but if you
listeners.
don't put it up, they come in and they still do it, and they're like, "Oh, well, you didn't say no spoilers at the top. Fuck you, fuck all of you."
I think we hit a nerve.
I 100% get that because I had the same thing happen with me with Last of Us 2, and I was just like, oh, well, I would have liked to, know all those things that happened, but I guess not.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like stuff like that doesn't bother me too much. Like I definitely prefer to experience things without spoilers first time through. But like I can still appreciate a movie or a book or video game.
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever,
totally. Yeah.
Oh,
even
yeah.
if I do know what's coming.
I didn't see any. I didn't see or read any Harry Potter stuff until well after Snape kills Dumbledore.
Yeah.
And you're reading
but
the books, and it's like, oh, it makes sense.
Well, it not even, because a lot of the stuff that led up to that didn't even tell you that it was kind of going to happen anyway, and so like at least that way I knew it was coming, and I was having to try to figure out, well, what happened.
See,
and
the
then
why
I
is
realized
the
why
real
it was such a
spoiler.
big spoiler. I realized why it was such a big spoiler, because it wasn't something that was like led up to and clearly explained on the surface, and so it still didn't ruin it.
No, and really,
But
like
Kylo
the
Ren
fallout
kills
after
Han
that
Solo.
is really the bigger spoiler.
Yeah, exactly. So it was good times.
Good times.
Good times.
But yeah, I think that's a good spot to. We need to start wrapping it up.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we'll start wrapping it up
Yes.
now, and we should probably hopefully be done in like 30 minutes.
No,
Yeah,
we
hopefully
got to
we
be done
finish
before
wrapping
then. Hopefully.
Yeah, we got to do our cool down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
thank you all so much. Go ahead, Steven. You were about
Oh.
to say something.
yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for listening to our us ramble about stuff. To let us talk about our show. Let us talk about things that aren't our show at all for no reason at all. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to check out our website, microphonesandmonsters.com. Adam, what's on there right now? Because I don't generally go there myself very often.
I mean, you got links to. It's a link tree right now. It is going to be a website again, but it still has all the links to everything Microphones and Monsters you could possibly need. Patreon, merch store. There is a merch store backup.
Yay.
Yeah.
After they stop literally taking money from us.
Yeah.
Although I did notice that you have some more items in there because of the change as well. And I was actually wanting to ask, like, did you actually get to pick like which image on which like preview product?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because like that was driving me a little nuts going through that, like the individual images of each of our characters were on very specific items.
Yes, they were on very specific items. Yeah. I had a little fun with that. Of course, Julian is on technology.
Yeah,
No.
of course.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So he's on like an iPad cover
Yeah, it's
or
like
something
the
like that.
the sleeve as well as the like clear case.
Remember,
iPad.
kids, read.
Alistair, because everybody fucking loves Hello Kitty backpacks, so we got an Alistair backpack with a bunch of Alistairs just all over it, and it's purple. And of course, Victor Stodge is on an apron.
Naturally.
Naturally.
I mean, he's no Julian. He's not going to have blood all over him.
No. Well, I mean, maybe if we put like your face on like a cutting board, we get blood on it.
Yeah. I mean he probably gets some blood on him when he's like butchering like corpses or something like that.
Yeah, we're not encouraging cannibals out there to buy Victor Stodge cutting
We
boards.
are. I mean, if you're going to do it anyway, buy our merch.
We're encouraging you to buy it. We're not encouraging
Yes.
you to eat people.
We're not held.
Yes, there we go. Yeah,
we can't-
buy it.
We can't
but
be
do
held
it-
not
responsible
cannibalize other
of
people.
how you use
Or
it, as long as you
cut
enjoy
up
it.
vegetables or cows.
And you know what? We'll
whatever
be fair.
whatever you choose.
Don't cannibalize non-consenting people.
Yeah, there you go. That's weird. Still.
Yeah. Anyway.
Did you feel everyone's asshole just shut as soon as that was let out? Because I did.
Well, our music, all of it was written and produced by Marco Mazzei at Fallen Highway Studios. So check that out. And is there anything else, guys? Are we at the end of the episode?
Yeah, all the
I mean-
leave us reviews. We still are doing for until the 11th. If you're listening to this as it's releasing, till the 11th, still doing that giveaway for the Elder Dice.
Yes.
From Infinite Black,
dice
as
are
well
cool as
as a mug.
There's still
with
time.
the season 1 art on it. Oh, what'd you say, Richard?
There's still time.
Yes, there is still time. And it's all review based to avoid like just follow bots and all that kind of stuff, which actually has been pretty nice because we haven't been getting flooded with follows from bots
And
for this giveaway.
And don't think we're just fishing for good reviews. Like, we're not going to require it to be a 5-star review to count.
Yeah. No, it doesn't have to be 5-star. I mean, if you don't like our show after listening to it, but you really want those dice and a mug that you can break because you hate our show, just leave us a review.
Yeah, leave it.
I hope no one hates
Just
our
leave
show.
us,
That's
just
right.
leave us a horrible review and send it in and say, hey,
Yes.
I want those dice and that shitty mug.
Just make sure you also leave your home address and phone number just for security's sake so we can verify it.
Oh,
I mean, we have to send it to them somehow, right?
No, go to Twitter. It's our pinned tweet, and all the rules for everything is there. You don't have to send us your address or anything like that. That's for the person that wins.
We'll just dress up in Halloween costumes as Victor, Alistar, and Julian and show up like Jay and Silent Bob style. Excuse me,
Oh,
yes,
gosh.
are you Dark Lurker 38 on Twitter? All right, get him.
We
No,
will
no,
not
don't
do
do
that. We will not do that.
We just wanted to tell you how disappointed we were that you didn't like our show, and we hope we do better.
Eldritch Blast.
We're sorry.
And Alistair takes his shit on the floor. That's it, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for
That's
listening.
it.
Thank you, guys.
We're at the end. You can stop
This is the
listening
part
now.
where we stop the recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have
Yeah.
you stopped recording?
No.
No.
Bye.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We love you.
As a friend.
I don't know why I was waving.